The scenario that I picked is the first situation where the parent is extremely upset to the point of where she came into the office without notice and used extremely foul language towards the secretary and towards myself as the activities director. One thing that for this meeting that I was not able to do, or for this process that I was not able to do, because I feel like the situation mandated it, was that I needed to hear the parent out, and so I wasn't able to prepare for this meeting as stated in the leadership manual. That is something that you need to try and do at this point. During this situation, the first thing that I'm going to try and do is basically it's going to let the parent speak their mind, so that I'm able to get as many facts as possible, because like I said before, this was just out of nowhere. And as this was stated in the leadership training manual, that so that I can understand why this parent is so upset, and also why doing this. Also, what I got from this was that something as that while I'm listening and trying to understand the complaint, I'm going to make sure that I ask some questions so that it can help keep the parent focused and allow them to understand that I am listening, and I want them to know that I care what they're saying. A couple things that during this conversation in the first situation that I find out is that the parent is extremely upset that her kid because her kid is a senior. Their kid is not getting any playing time at all. And one thing they're having a hard time understanding is that the kid, their 8th grade year, was always a regular starter for the team. Since that had happened, the parent felt like that the kid did not need to go to any of the summer programs that the team had at all, and would send them to like some summer camp or something like that. And also, the parent also stated that they had not talked to the head coach and about the situation, and really didn't feel like they could approach the head coach and talk about the situation that is at hand. Something that I got from the leadership manual 714 was that after the parent has given their complaints, and I found out as many possible things, is something that I've noticed is I need to give them a solution. Well, one thing that I can't do is totally give them a solution because I don't know all the facts yet. So my next step is that I would set up a meeting with them and their kid and the head coach for a couple of reasons. Reason why I want to set up this meeting. Number one is I want to make sure that the head coach is ready for the meeting, is not surprised like I was, and then also so that the parent who said that they didn't feel comfortable with going to the coach about this, so that they didn't feel so that they know that I'm there to help set up this meeting. With that being said, the other part of why I want to set this meeting up is so that I can be more prepared for the next round of this situation. As like in the leadership manual stated, that you want to prepare as much as possible before coming to a final conclusion to the situation. by doing this, first of all, I would speak to the head coach about the situation and give them as much information that I received so that the coach can be as prepared as possible. And then after, giving this coach the information, then I would have a discussion about what the coach thought. And then also something that was kind of out of nowhere was the fact that the parent didn't feel like they could talk to the coach, and so that was something that I would discuss with the coach about being a little more open about being able to have discussions with parents. The next thing that I would do is that now that once they have all the facts and able to prepare for this meeting, as the AD, a couple of things is I would want to see, because this is student senior year, from the coach, I'd want to see, is there any opportunity for this player to play? This is something that I feel is important, and from what I gathered, the player has been in the program, may not been participating to the full capacity, but has been in the program since they were in 8th grade. If there might be a multitude of reasons of why that player can't, won't find the field, that is something an information that we need to give the parent at the meeting to let them know, and the kid. But usually there is opportunities for a kid to, maybe there's some type of behavior or something like that for the kid to create a plan so that they can get on the field a little bit more, or the court to participate. And that would be the two solutions that I think that could come from the meeting.